Ladies and gentlemen, direct from Switzerland, Dame Edna Everidge.
Oh, Possum! And welcome and bienvenue. Everyone is welcome to Mount Edna. It's my place. Oh, don't spoil yourselves. This is my mountain, possums, towering above the quaint little old village of Income Tax Hafen. And this is a historic occasion because it's the first time I've allowed cameras to penetrate my secret hideaway. Isn't it gorgeous, too? It was designed by Albert Speer and Partners. And you see, the outside comes into the inside. It's all beautiful. And there's my orchestra huddling there in the open air. Hello, boys. Hello, Laurie. How are you,
It's freezing, Dame Edna.
Oh, well, you can all pop into my little sauna afterwards and chafe yourselves warm, boys. You can. Now, I'm going to give you quality time tonight. I normally squeeze my audiences into a very tight schedule, but I'm giving you quality time. That means it's time I'd much rather spend doing something else. It is. That's my definition of quality time. And what else could a squillionairess be doing in Switzerland right now? Well, I could be organising a petition against Julie Andrews. I could. She has a little chalet. Well, it's more of a hut. It is. It's right down in the valley. And we're the megastar community up here, absolutely sick to death of little Julie, forever stepping into her grubby old habit and climbing every mountain and singing to all and sundry a selection from The Sound of Music. We're fed. She even does her own applause. The other day she clapped her hands and started an avalanche. She did. Or I could be rehearsing Roger Moore. He's got a little chalet over there. It's small, but it's spotless. And every 10 years, I have an arts festival. Edna Amagau, it's called. And I've offered Roger a taxing role. He said, don't mention that word in Switzerland, he said. But it's a very demanding part. He has to speak and wash his hands at the same time. I'm very happy to say that my old friend and bridesmaid, Madge Alsop, is not here tonight. No, please. Don't do that. I know. Some may be disappointed. She's got a fan club. I can't believe it, but she has. They're people in raincoats who hold hands, those sort of people. Ill-favoured runts of Dame Nature's litter. Well, Madge isn't here because she came a cropper in a soap-related accident. She broke her ankle on the B-day, as a matter of fact. She did. She was standing on it, hanging up a damp old pair of salopeds, and she came a terrible cropper. She's in traction at the moment in intensive care, but who is here? Tonight it's Gina Lollobrigida. Yes, it's Charlton Heston. Julio Iglesias. Mel Gibson! look at that smirk on her face. You should be in traction, Madge. She's been shoplifting, or shopping, as she calls it. Anyway, come down this way, Madge. Not that way, darling. That's the ski run. Not that way, Madge Alsop. Madge! You foolish, you stupid woman, acting the guinea goat. Look, you nearly broke that tree. You're wrecking. You ecological vandal. Come here, you're wrecking my ecosystem. Who do you think you are, Acid Rain? Up you come, Madge. See, I'm always giving you a hand up. People criticise me for not looking after you. That was typical of me helping this woman. Now, over here, Madge. You reek of Valium. She's out of her skull on Valium, this woman. Now, I want you to slip into some après-ski clothing, Madge. Something respectable. And I'll tell you what, when my guests are there, no jabbering on at them. No telling them all those endless New Zealand anecdotes. And don't ogle Julio. Off you go. Well, my first guest is a woman that I've wanted to get to know ever since I saw her swinging from Burt Lancaster in Trapeze. She was upside down at the time, I remember. And I found myself looking at her and thinking, oh, that woman has got looks that last. I remember thinking that in years to come, her photo will be a credit to her bus pass. Ladies and gentlemen, Gina Lollobrigida!
Here's the sugar you gave it to me yesterday.
Oh, the sugar. But darling, I only lent you half a cup. You've returned a whole cup.
Oh, I'm generous.
Fancy me lending you sugar in a chipped cup.
It was like that, I think.
I don't think so. I can't imagine myself. Still, I can throw it away later. Gina, darling, it's beautiful to see you.
It's nice.
It really is. A badge. Madge isn't here, I'm afraid, but here is her handbag. Oh! Oh, it's like an open grave. A glimpse of hell here. It's the handbag of Hieronymus Bosch. Goodness me, that grubby woman. Here's your little badge, Gina, darling. Here we are. Gina, you have a little chalet in the valley too, haven't you?
Oh, yes, yes.
You're a neighbour of mine,
nice,
bless
yes.
your heart. What is it that you love about Switzerland?
Well, it's peaceful. There are not so many robbers. No. That's a good thing.
Well, they have to climb such a long way,
yes,
don't they?
So it's difficult for them. I like the mountain. It's clean.
It's spotless,
yes,
isn't it? There's that
yes.
beautiful air.
And I like to see, from my bed, you know, I can see on the window.
What do you see from your bed, Gina?
I see people skiing, and in the summer I see people playing golf.
Golf?
Yeah. So it's like a theatre. It's quite good.
It is. Well, look, you've got a view very similar to this on
yes,
a slightly
yes.
lower level, but it's lovely of you to climb up to my level today for me to see you, Gina. I love Switzerland because they invented so many things, the Swiss, didn't they? The cuckoo clock, Valium. Did you know?
The money, the bank.
The bank. Well, I visit my bank
thing.
here
yes,
too.
That's a good thing.
But we found this property is much more valuable than when I bought it because a few feet underneath this home, they found a seam of Valium, very high grade. You know, there's enough Valium in this mountain to feed housewives for the next 5 million years. There is. So very, very exciting. Madge has been digging in the back garden with her teeth. Do you ski, Gina?
I was used to ski. Actually, I married on a ski.
Did
and
you?
I had even the priest that was a skier.
Oh, very modern, darling.
Yes.
I have to ski, you know. I just keep a little bit in trim.
For practice.
I learnt to ski. I taught myself. To Olympic standard, as a matter of fact. I did have some lessons years ago, but I didn't enjoy them. I think it's overrated. This chappie crouched right against me, behind me there, with his arms around me. I learnt to ski doggy fashion, as a matter of fact. I did. But
What I did, I had an instructor, handsome, young, and when I was 3,000 meters up, then, you know, after a little while, I said, I'm so tired, I can't go down anymore, so I went with him. So he went like that. He was holding me, and so, you know, I was skiing. I gave the responsibility all to him, and was grateful. Great. You had to do the same thing, you know, to find a nice, handsome, young, strong teacher.
I did, Gina.
Oh, yeah.
His name was Hans Uber Alles, and roughly translated, that means hands all over the place. However, the mountains are a special place for you. You found romance here. You had that wedding that you've told us about on skis.
Yes, that was once. I met just once.
Talking
and
of
then,
weddings, where is my bridesmaid? Madge? Where is she? Oh. Gina. It looks like a Swiss near miss to me. Oh, she looks, look at that keg around your neck. You look like a St. Bernard, Madge. What's in it? Let's see. Would you like a little drink, Gina, would you?
Yes, thank you.
Looks like chartreuse or something. Lovely.
It's green, huh?
Oh, it's night nurse, Madge. Madge is a substance abuser, I'm afraid, Gina. Madge, for goodness sake, darling. No wonder people are asleep all over the slopes. You live in Rome, don't you?
Yes, in Rome I have a, let's say, a bigger home, a little Versailles.
So you have a place in Switzerland and in Rome?
And in Rome I have a lot of birds.
Oh, lovely.
Yes, something like 700.
700 birds?
At least, yes.
Must be a lovely big home.
It's quite, no, in the garden. No,
the
I don't
garden.
have it inside. No, outside, in the garden, obviously, yes. But the trouble is that now, you know, the servant, they are more busy with the birds than with me. Because, you know, 700, I'm alone, so, you know.
Is the king of the mammals sometimes to be found in your home? The menfolk? Any menfolk in your life at the moment,
Of
Gina?
course. How we can live without? But, you know, it's better to be alone, you know, to be...
Independent.
Independent, you see, because it's easy to find friends, but it's very difficult to get rid of. So, you know, when they know you're bad, then they want the sofa also. Be careful.
No, I've got a little chappie who takes me out in Rome. He's a lovely person. He's... How can I describe him? He's quite religious in many ways. He's single and he's a member of the Polish community. And he's got a lovely dress sense. He slips into... It's kind of high fashion in Gdansk, if you know what I mean. It's slightly flared trousers, stacked shoes. It's a sort of Lech Walesa look. He's very informal. When he drops me off in the Popemobile, I mean his vehicle, you know, he's lovely. He turns off the ignition and I don't feel I have to clutch the front door keys. He says, this is informal, Edna. You don't have to kiss my ring tonight. And he's beautiful. Gina, there have been some wonderful movie men in your life. That is to say, in your professional life. Very sexy co-stars,
Yes,
Gina.
many.
Your favourite? Who is your favourite and why?
Too many. I mean, you know, I like one by one, you know. But I prefer the directors.
Oh.
I prefer the writers or the cameraman. One time it happened something very strange because I don't care about actors.
Neither do I.
But once, you know, when I started to have a sexy scene, a kiss, something happened to me and to him. We liked it. And we didn't hear the director saying stop, and we continued. And the director, was very embarrassed. We were not embarrassed because we were not hearing. We enjoyed it and we continued.
How romantic, darling. Who was that actor?
It's a secret.
He's
dead anyhow.
He's dead.
He's dead.
Oh, well, don't smile when you say that, Gina. Oh, how ghastly. Please.
Was nice. I mean,
There's someone, by the way, in this chalet of mine who you've never worked with. His name's Charlton Heston.
Oh, I adore him.
He's a part-time movie star. But, as a matter of fact, since Madge's accident, he's been my chalet boy, and he's better than the staff,
You're lucky.
I'm so lucky. He's a treasure. Whenever he's off making an international movie, this place turns into a pigsty. But without any further ado, let's meet Chuck Heston. Come on, darling.
You like my outfit?
Lovely. Well, what are you up to these days, Chuck?
Well,
You don't need help in the kitchen?
Yeah, that's an idea. Slip out.
No, please don't worry. What is it? What are you making out there?
Some fondue.
Oh, how
Nice
gorgeous.
hot fondue.
Oh,
Lovely
that
on
can
a
look
cold
after
night like
itself.
this.
Tell us about your new picture.
Well, you asked me here. I'm, for the weekend, I'm actually doing a film in England about Sherlock
are you?
Holmes. Yes, but
Sherlock Holmes, beautiful.
Yes, the great detective.
Wait a minute. What's
What?
that smell?
Oh, God, that's the fondue.
That's the fondue, you hopeless fool. Please, into the kitchen, for goodness sake. You see? Oh. Chop, chop, Chucky, Chuck. You paint. You sculpt.
I paint, I sculpt. I don't have time to get bored.
Men, Gina Lollobrigida, find you very, very attractive. You know that? Are you aware of that?
Once in a while,
I have to say,
yes.
my darling, that I find you very, very attractive
aren't you
too.
nice?
I love your hair and I love your nose, your nostrils. I could walk barefoot through both of them, Gina. I could. And I feel better now I've said that. I do. I feel better. I could... Well, if I ever play Hospitales with anyone, or with a woman, which is very unlikely, I hope it's you. I hope that suffers in translation, what I've just said, Gina.
I didn't get it, but...
You got the gist. After this break... After this break, I want you to meet a man who's been staying here. He's in my sauna at the moment, losing a few surplus pounds. Women would adore to play Hospitales with Mel Gibson after this break. Really, Mel, come out, will you? Mel, come out! Oh, he won't come out. Oh, thank goodness you're there, Gina. I'm going to have to interview you all over again, darling. Oh, viewers, listeners, Mel Gibson won't come out of the sauna. He's slipped into my hot box and he refuses to budge. The sort of problem most women dream about. I'll see if I can get him out again. Come on, Mel. Mel! Mel! I've got my eyes covered, darling. Will you please come out?
Yeah, but I like it in here. It's warm.
So am I, warm, Mel. So is Gina. So is the audience. They're waiting. The whole world is watching on television. Mel, I know you're tired, but you can't disappoint people, darling.
Well, you said I could come here and stay for 2 weeks. You said there'd be complete privacy.
It is privacy, Mel. What could be more private than this? I mean, they're my cameras. It's my satellite.
My prerogative to stay in here. I'm staying in here.
Isn't that typical of superstars? Sex symbols are all the same. All right, there's only one thing for it. Madge the badge, please. Quick sticks. follow me. I'm going in there. Come on. No, not you, Madge.
Hey, hold the bus.
Don't worry about me, Mel.
You've seen it all before, haven't you? You're a married woman.
There, my darling.
Oh, thank you.
Forgive me invading your space, Mel. But I am, you've nothing to fear from me. I'm safe. I am. I'm a happily bereaved woman, as a matter of fact. So you don't have to cover up for me.
It's just modesty. It's a habit. I suppose I've slipped into it.
Yes, I know. I like your modesty too, Mel. Women would kill. Women all over the world would kill to be sitting where I'm sitting now. But don't drip on me, darling.
No, it's an unsafe world these days. You don't want any spare droplets flicking up.
I don't.
You might inhale them.
I might. And by the way, Mel, if you say no, or if the answer to any of my questions is in the negative, don't shake your head.
Okay.
But you're huge, aren't you, Mel? You are huge.
Not at the moment.
No, but you are professionally huge, and you're a lethal weapon. Two, as a matter of fact. You are really very big. You've made it big, and you're Hamlet. I've been privileged to see that.
You've seen it.
I have. I've seen a little uncut preview.
That's a rare beauty.
And really, it's magnificent. No one can touch you. No one can touch your Hamlet. You're also a father and a family man, and that's what I like about Mel Gibson, the little Mel that I know, viewers. You live on a ranch. I haven't a picture of it. I've never been there. You're constantly inviting me. Are you busy when you're on that ranch? What do you do?
Well, I practice animal husbandry, Edna. It's occupies a great deal of my time and keeps your mind.
What is animal husbandry exactly?
Well,
Mel?
it's trying to breed and raise animals of superior quality.
That's beautiful. And do you feel you can just forget any little anxieties you've got when you're doing that?
Anxieties?
Oh.
No, there's anxieties attached in every aspect of life.
I suppose there are, and you do a little bit of work around the farm. Do you mend fences?
Every now and then, dig a post hole.
Are you a carpenter at all?
I'm not good with my hands, naturally.
Let me see. Oh, you've got very horny hands. And kneecaps, if I may say so.
Very heavy.
Mel, a lot of people I know, particularly in our business, are good at things like that. Harrison Ford is a carpenter. He made this.
He did.
Harrison Ford built this sauna for me. As a matter of fact, it's been condemned. He's hopeless. He bought some bookshelves for me too, which are absolutely falling to pieces. But I need a plumber. Do you know any actors who are plumbers?
No, I don't. I mean, I could have a crack at it for you, but I mean...
No. I've got a gully that needs rodding. I'll find someone. I think we should have a second string to our bow in our business. Because, well, the bottom could very, very easily fall out of it, couldn't it?
Indeed.
In your case, that would be a disaster, Mel, if I may say so. Because your back body, is big box office, isn't it?
Well, it has been
referred to and focused on.
You don't realize at the time, when they say, just walk through the shot there, that so much attention is going to be paid to it. I mean, everyone's got one, haven't they?
Well, I don't know. It's been a subject of a great deal of interest, I have to tell you. Not by me, because, as I say, I think I'm above these things at my time of life.
Yes, well, I'm above it.
But Mel, a lot of advertisers might want to use that space. Have you had, for example, Coca-Cola wanting to put a little tattoo of their logo on your body? Or Toyota, or Bang & Olufsen? Even the cigarette manufacturers might want to do something with it. Mind you, that would be a health hazard, wouldn't it? Mad Max was Mel Gibson's first major success. And I didn't ever think I'd like Mad Max, Mel, but I did.
You did?
I adored it.
I wouldn't have thought it would have been your cup of
Well,
tea.
it was a bit raunchy, but it was an exciting film. I was offered a role in that.
You were?
I was.
Which role?
The Tina Turner part. But unfortunately, I was a bit expensive. And I racked my brain and I thought of Tina.
You wouldn't look good in a chainmail negligee.
No, not really. But Tina, I rang up and I said, there's a little actress who needs the work. And Tina was marvellous as it turned out, wasn't she?
Yes, she was. She turned her out marvellous.
She was absolutely terrific. After the success of that film and those two films, you became really very much a household word all over the world. And there was a period, this is me being the probing interviewer now, Mel Gibson, there was a little period where I think, I won't say success went ahead because it didn't and it never will, but a period where you became a bit of a tearaway. Well, yes. I call it your Les Patterson period.
My Les stage, yes.
And I don't, before you say anything, Mel,
Yeah.
I had a stage in my own life like that.
You did? And you came through.
I've just become a megastar and I got into the discipline. I did.
Well, that can be dangerous if you mix it with Coca-Cola.
I had a serious discipline habit, Mel. I've never revealed this before, and I'm revealing it now in the privacy of my own sauna on top of a mountain in Switzerland. To you.
Okay, I appreciate
I did.
your frankness.
Sometimes I would do discipline, as many as 2 a day. And lock myself in public toilets in Harrods. I would, and I'd do discipline.
How would you do it? Did you just swallow them? Chop
Swallowed
up,
them.
Breathe them in hand?
No, I just swallowed one and dissolved it in my dribble. You've a marvellous family. You have 6 children and you're one of 10.
Indeed.
I wonder if you would please tell me the birthdays and names of all of them.
But there's a couple in November, and there's 3, no, 2.
Oh, no, you don't.
forget
No,
it.
please. You misunderstand me, Mel. I don't want you to tell me their names or their ages. It's a yes or no answer. I said, could you please tell me the names and the ages of your children?
Yes, I can.
That's exactly right. You don't have to go in for the whole
All right, the whole
thing,
dog.
really, please, because frankly, I couldn't care less. You know. I mean, I don't say I'm not interested, but for the purposes of this per se, I'm not. So please, you can always go on, darling. You've always been exactly the same. Ever since you were knee-high to a grasshopper, and you came to my home. How old were you?
Oh, I think about 6, 7.
In those days, my husband, my late husband, Norm, he saw a big future for you. I didn't, but he did. A big future. And he would have been thrilled to know today that you've found a part in a classic, the part of Hamlet.
Was that one of his favorites?
One of his favourite Shakespearean shows. Paint Your Wagon was the other. But tell me, Mel, why is Hamlet such an interesting story?
Well, it reminds me of when I was a kid. You see, I used to have a dog like Lassie, and when I'd walk through the fields and down the streets with it, people would point out the windows and say, "Hey, there's Melancholy." So I kind of had a special identification with and his melancholy.
Goodness me, what an exclusive that you should tell me that story. Is your interpretation, do you think, so melancholy? Because I sense a little mischief in it too.
Well, the Elizabethan theory of melancholy was erratic changes and extreme changes of mood and having to stay in that mood for a while and then work it out, be totally absorbed in it. Hence the over-reflectiveness. But, well, I'm not Sigmund Freud. I mean,
No, but you're a very serious actor.
I'm too young to understand it.
I'm sorry. I can say this to you now. I have bought Stratford-on-Avon. I'm a very rich woman, yes. And I'm putting on my own shows as William would have wanted them to be done. I'm going to do A Midsummer Night's Dream, and I'm going to play the part of Titania. Did you? At a school play?
Yeah.
I can't see you dressed up as a woman.
Oh, I didn't.
No.
We were just
You're too
asked
macho.
to emit another kind of sexuality.
Oh, I see.
See, the theory was that the play was trisexual.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
Yes, well, it was going into the spirit world. There were fairies, there were men, women, there were lovers of both kinds, and there was the animal world even came into it. Bottom,
Did it?
yeah, Bottom the donkey, you know. Yeah.
Bottom?
Yeah, he got a donkey's head.
That'd be a good part for you.
Well, sometimes I feel like an ass, so.
Oh, lovely. Well, you're my bottom.
Thank you.
And
And I'm your Titania. No, you're my Titania.
I'll be your Titania. And thank you very much, darling. Ladies
Thank
and
you.
gentlemen, Mel Gibson! Oh, hello, Hello, Gina. I'm sorry I kept you so long. Isn't he cheeky not coming out of there? But I'm so hot, really. It's like the menopause revisited at the moment. I'm a woman who's in touch with her own body, and right now I can feel my enzymes stiffening. I think there's a huge star approaching. He's crossed my verge. He's over my threshold. He's Meglo. He's Machismo. He's Charismo. He's Julio Iglesias. Sit down, darling. Are you a little bit peckish, a little bit hungry?
I'm starving.
Jack! I think we have... Do you like fondue?
I love fondue.
It's
This
a
is such a
Swiss
beautiful home here.
speciality.
How long you been here? 4 days, like me?
No, I have a home just near her.
I didn't see you.
Oh, here's the fondue.
Ready.
Gorgeous.
Burned.
Thank you, darling.
Piping hot, delicious.
Look at this. Let me sniff this fondue, Chuck. Lovely.
What is I made living out here.
You clumsy groove! Charlton, you groove! Look what you've done to him! Fondue all over his trousers. You just stand there. The most famous singer in the world has got a cheese poultice.
Oh, it looks like I'm...
You've made an impression of his lap.
Yeah, I'm doing... That's a bad
You
reputation.
could cast it in bronze, darling. Quick, take him to the garage and hose him down, will you, Chuck? Oh, dear, what a disaster. Look at this. Oh, darling. Oh, dear. Well, while Julio's cleaning himself off, I think we better have a little break. Here he is. Here he is in his cheese-free jockey shorts.
It's funny because I didn't expect that in your house.
You look lovely. You're spotless now.
Thank you very much.
And we need some music,
Okay.
Julio, to calm us down a little. Have you got a nice song you can sing
Very
for
nice
us?
for you. Can't help falling in love. I got to sing with you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Gorgeous. Oh.
Thank you for taking me home. Thank you to bring me to your house.
Wonderful song, and what a lucky woman I am, having you crooning in my own home. You had me eating out of your lap, your hand just then.
Yeah. What did you say?
Yep.
It was a very... Thank you very much. What that means?
You know-
That's my name?
Well, it's roughly your name, darling.
Yeah?
There wasn't room for Julio. Your singing drives women wild, Julio. I adore it, and it's full of body language. Why do you have this effect?
Oh, you should know now, after being 3 days in your house. I've been trying to flirt with you for the last 3 nights. You never allowed me to go to your room.
I was hoping you wouldn't divulge these little intimate details. That's just between us, Julio, darling.
No, you told me I can't say everything in your
Well,
house.
you can, but you give Madge goosebumps, you know. She has a big problem with her goosebumps. She's been to the top people, too. She's seen a top eye, ear, nose and goosebump person.
Sure, I
There's
have to
no
agree with
difference.
you.
In a cold room, you can grate carrots on her. She's serrated. Your singing has a wonderful effect on women. For me, it's like sitting on a Zanussi in full cycle. It is. It is. It's
You know what I felt in your house in the last 3 days? And you are too quickly for me.
Too quick?
You react so quickly on all my questions, and I asking you for the last 3 days, and it looks like I need more time. You are always in a hurry with me.
She's too aggressive.
Yes, aggressive.
Yeah.
Aggressive, did you say?
You are
Gina?
too aggressive.
I'm a poor guy. I need time. Years.
I don't mean to be Julio. I mean to be laid back like you are, darling. But as I say, just when I hear you sing, it's as though I'm just sitting on that washing machine when it goes into its final spin. You know when it's, you know that feeling when it shudders and nearly wrenches itself off the floor.
It's a good feeling anyway.
It's a beautiful feeling you give me. It is. It's absolutely lovely. In fact, since I discovered your records, I don't need my washing machine anymore. The house is absolutely full of filthy laundry. When did you first learn English?
That's a good question. Too late for tonight.
No, you speak beautiful English,
No.
doesn't he?
I learned English when I was...
It's very sexy with a little accent.
But
Yes.
this man is so romantic. How would you woo me? Would you woo me in Spanish or in English?
on Chinese now. Chinese is just because it's a language that nobody understands, so they don't understand exactly the stupid things I can say in 3 minutes. No, I don't have any secret.
But if you were wooing me, if we weren't just good friends and you were courting me...
I will courting you.
What would
Well,
you
I will
do?
take you to your room first.
Oh.
And...
no preliminaries at all, Hul?
That's too much for me. But I will take you to your room.
To my room?
Yes, and I will see exactly if you feel comfortable. And I will say 5 words in Spanish very quickly, so I will say, what is talking this guy about? And you will get a little confused. And in the confusion, I will take advantage of you. I will put all the satellites and all the cameras together, and I will say, let's go to the Edna private life. And I think we'll have fun together because we start to talk about our problems, our complex, our insecurities. And suddenly we start to kiss each other. We will take a tea in the middle. And if you get pregnant, I will accept the paternity. And I will be very happy. And I will sing in the end a song.
All in my bedroom this is happening, is it?
Well, the song will be out of the bedroom because it will be too much of that. I think it will not. I think it will be fun. And,
Well, you know, Julio, this is a surprise to me because I thought, well, you'd send roses and then chockies.
I tried to send you roses for the last 3 nights, and you didn't put
But
attention.
look at this
to it.
awful. The other night. Now listen.
I had to be much more in a hurry.
The other night, I called past his room. It was 3 o'clock in the morning, and I had a nice cup of cocoa for you. I knocked on the door, and a hairy little wrist came out the door and hung a sign on your knob. It did. It said...
What is that? What is that?
The knob.
No, what is that?
The doorknob of your room, a hand came out, your hand.
Yes.
And the sign said, non-molester. That's what it said.
No.
Non-molester.
No. I think it was another room because I never put in any of my room not disturb. Now in your house because this is the most beautiful house I've ever been in my life. I came here, Charlton came, he put me all the soap in the phone. It was beautiful. And after that, I met your friend, which is very serious. And after that, I've been
happy.
Yes. And I think it's been the best 3 days in my life.
Well, it's a relaxing time for you because, frankly, your life must be pretty hectic. I mean, you'd hear a knock on the door, there'd be naked women standing there expecting you to commit an act of gross immodesty immediately.
Well, I think that happens only in the films. I don't happen in my real life. Never happens something like this in my life.
Just a moment, excuse me. Hello, who is it? I'm interviewing Julio. Oh, Jürgen, it's my security. Yes, Jürgen? How's your wife? Kiddies? Lovely. Who's coming? Oh, my next guest is on her way. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Joan Collins! Where are my binoculars, man? Should we go? Oh, here they are. Oh, she's looking gorgeous tonight, too. She's gone to a bit of trouble. Not a lot of trouble, but a bit of trouble. Oh, Joan, she's looking a little bit nervous that I've stopped the cable car. Oh, goodness, I hope we look as good as her at her age. Gina, she's wearing a very low-cut... She's wearing a very low-cut dress too, Julio.
Yeah? Oh, let me see.
Yes. No, you don't. Oh, for heaven's sake. Look, there are two beautiful women here. You don't need to be looking at Joan. Do I really need Joan Collins on my show, I'm asking myself? I know her so well. I know her too well, and she hasn't got hidden depths. I don't think it's fair. I think I'll send her home again. After all, she can wear that frock another time. Now I'm doing her a favour. I'll reverse her funicular. Off you go, Joan. Ladies and gentlemen, that was nearly Joan Collins! Oh. Well, she had a nice little trip and she was very nervous looking down 2,000 feet at those jagged rocks. I'm sorry for that rude intrusion, Julio. What is your bed like?
My bad luck.
Your bed like?
My bed luck.
Your bed?
My bad luck. Okay, my bed is...
Your bed?
It's a normal bed. With the feet, and my feet gets in the end, it's perfect.
I mean, not here, not the bed you occupy here. The bed in your home, is it designed by an architect?
It's a much normal bed. It's much more normal than the one I have here. But here is a little weird, by the way.
Weird?
Yeah. This is
Don't
like
tell me
this.
you crept in there last night, Madge. In fact, you made our bed, didn't you, Madge? She did a night course in carpentry. She hoped she'd meet some attractive men, but she just met a lot of other widows learning carpentry. However, you know, she was making the bed as I slept in it. You know, I kept waking up and there's Madge down the other end of the bed, tonguing and grooving. She keeps New Zealand time. She keeps New Zealand time. When you were little, Julio, when you were little, please, for heaven's sake, try and twist everything I say. When you were little, what did you want to be, Julio? What did you want to be when you grew up? You wanted to be big. Oh, there are a lot of musicians were encouraged by their fathers to play instruments. Did your father want you to take castanet lessons? Did you sort of go around the house clicking them?
No, my father wanted me to be a lawyer. And,
a lawyer? Was he a lawyer?
He's a gynecologist, by the way.
A what?
Gynecologist.
A gynecologist? A gynecologist, Julio.
Oh, that's true. He's a great gynecologist.
Oh, did he ever bring his work home?
Do you need it?
No, I mean, please. All I want to know is this. Does he still do exploratories, does he? I mean, is he retired? Is he retired?
My father is, yes, he doesn't exercise anymore.
But wouldn't he just like to keep his hand in? I mean, no, please, for heaven's sake. I've had the same gynecologist for years, Gina.
Yeah?
He's an old family friend, our gynecologist. He gave me my first exploratory. He goes back a long, long way. You know, he was Swiss, as a matter of fact. He was Swiss and he used to hum rather badly. Nonetheless, he once hummed a little tune that has stuck in my head. I feel a song coming on. up where the air is cleaner, with Chuck and Mel and Madge as well, and Julio and Gina. Valerie, 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 my knapsack on my back. I love to live in privacy, where nosy folk can't pry. You're lucky to be here in my tax haven in the sky. Valerie, 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 Valerie. Valerie, Valerie, my knapsack on my back. Now Christmas time is near again. It's spooky, but it's true. I'd rather be up here with me than down below with you. Valerie, 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 my knapsack on my back. Woo!